Welcome to the Thoughts and Prayers podcast, a podcast where we tackle weight loss journey on both sides weekly to ensure that you don't fall back into old habits or develop new habits of chasing numbers on the scale. And I'm your host, Thomas Davis, but you can call me Duke. All right, so this week I want to continue from where we were building on week one, where we discussed being realistic about where you are, starting to track your calories consumed, and about consuming smaller portions, or playing around with the idea of consuming smaller portions when you eat food. Also, finding and collecting sources of inspirations, and also positive affirmations to keep you powered while you go through the journey each day. All right. And the fourth thing we spoke about was giving yourself permission to make mistakes because this is the only way we can proceed forward and actually win at this journey. We have to make mistakes to get better at this journey by overestimating or underestimating the calories consumed. We need to understand our bodies, and making mistakes is one way that we can succeed at doing that. And the last thing that we discussed it was drinking water and also starting cardio. When it came to drinking water, we want to consume the usually recommended 8 cups a day, which will equal out to 64 ounces. And also starting a form of cardio, which was just walking, which is the best thing that you can do, whether it's 5 minutes of walking or 10 minutes of walking or 15 minutes of walking. Any of it will be a benefit when you start your health journey. And right now, I know that you're probably overwhelmed, a little nervous, a little excited. You have this big number in your head of where you want to be, and you want to see that number displayed on the scale. And as scary as it appears now, or as daunting as the task may be, those steps that I just said from week one of our journey will be the most beneficial. The importance of tracking your calories will reassure that you're doing the right thing. And the unnoted benefit of doing this is that it will spark the building of a proper relationship with the foods you eat and how you eat them and how you think about food. So that's why we wanted to log our calories and proportion out our foods to basically gain a healthy relationship with the foods we eat and how we eat them and how we think about them and how we plan them out through our day. Now, I stated in week one to not to drastically cut your calories, and you want to do this in a subtle manner, and you'll be doing this week by week. So you're going to proportion little by little until we get down to the appropriate full size, and you will notice the difference in your weight and how your clothes fit and all those things. But we're not going to just drastically do this in the first 5 weeks. We're going to reduce this amount little by little until we get down to the appropriate servings or serving sizes that you should be consuming. And now the thing that I wanted to get into this week was the importance of the scale. We need the scale this week. We need to get our body weight. We need to know where we stand. We need to know our starting point. Again, we need to sit in the fact that we know where we are. And I know that it's scary. I know that it's frustrating. I know that it's infuriating at the same time, but we have to accept the reality of where we're at. Only by doing this do we really stick with our weight loss journey and actually be more rational about it. And from getting your weight, we need to go to our total daily energy expenditure calculator, and this will give us just how many calories we consume to maintain our body weight. Also, if you wanted to gain more weight, if you were building muscle, it will tell you how to do that. But we're looking more into the cutting of it, which is basically the losing weight process, and it will tell you how many calories to consume, the correct proportions of of protein, or your macronutrients, which includes your protein, your carbs, and your fats. And this is based on a rough estimate of your lifestyle. So you want to be honest about your sex, age, height, your activity level, whether you're an active person or whether you work in the office or whether you're very active. These things all play an important factor as well. So if anything, you're going to do this, don't overestimate what you do. You probably want to go and underestimate yourself a little bit. That way you ensure that you are losing weight on your journey. And as you continue to lose weight on your journey and weigh yourself, you also want to go and update this number. This will just keep the number trending down on the scale, so it'll put your mind at ease on what while you're going through your journey. And also know that you don't have to hit this number that it gives you every single day of the week. You will slightly trend lower or higher above that number. So it's just as long as you're within that range, you should see results. And also, one last thing that I wanted to cover before I get out of here. I don't want this to be a long podcast. I'd rather it be short and to the point, concise. So, the last thing that I wanted to cover is basically to stress that you continue to assemble your workout routine. Continue to look into workouts that you may want to try or workouts that you used to do and warm yourself up to it. Go by your own pace and intensity level as well. And also see yourself working up to, just getting back to the gym weeks down the line. So we're gradually working out and we're steadily increasing the pace as it becomes more kind of normal and routine to us. That way we can just really just build our way into joining a gym or a box or working out with weight training or resistance training at home or wherever you choose to do your training. And on the flip side, we want to continue gathering sources of inspiration, people who've motivate you or motivational quotes that really empower you, people who've done the journey, who've been where you were and done and lost the weight, and just continue to find and gather those sources of people and view their content and what they say, because there will be times in your journey where you feel like you hit a plateau, and you can also go back and view their content and see how they've handled it, how they approached it mentally, and in conjunction with the tips that I'm giving you to help you succeed in your own journey. And if not for anything else, they also serve as proof that you can do it, proof that it's possible, and proof that it's not some task that you can't do or just few people can do. Anybody can do this journey. Only thing you have to do is just be focused and stay consistent. Consistent is going to breed that discipline that you need to win at losing weight and conquering this, because it's mostly just a mental thing. It's a mental thing that we're going to have to go and do the inner work, but we'll get to that within the coming weeks. I'll give you the tools to handle that and go back and reframe certain situations and get a hold of this whole weight issue and put weight in its proper context. It's just another thing that we address in life, just like the clothing we put on or the places we have to go and be. And with that being said, I just want to let you know that you got this. And you have no idea of what you're capable of, or and just the abilities that you have, and to be successful and to win at this. The journey is not impossible. Like I said before, it just involves us taking small steps. Those small steps will eventually build up and compound, and you're going to be going through this with ease. And you're going to have your own motivational sayings that you look to for yourself, and you're going to be looking at yourself and knowing what to do. You're going to know what to gauge and how to put together a good workout routine and a good diet plan, and when your body feels hungry or when it's not, you're going to get control over your own physique and body. So know that you got this. So for next week, I want to say that we're going to continue building on these pillars and the pillars from week one. All this is working together. And we're going to basically take into account what we want for our lives and our future in the next podcast, just our purpose and our overall goal, and start the process of doing the inner work, and in conjunction with the physical work as well. So that's why I say in the intro that we're tackling weight loss on both sides, the mental aspect as well as the physical aspect. Okay, peace. And know that this is the Thoughts and Prayers podcast. Have a nice day.